everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades with 2 take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us in the challenge for little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we did important updates on Tiximal MMAT and also MMTLP, so please refer back to the previous video for those updates. In today's video we're going to be looking at a new IPO stock, as well as doing updates for MMAT and MMTLP, so stay tuned for that. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happened on the markets. Close of play on Friday, so headline here, Wall Street ends week on down, no as jobs report gain fade. So what's happening in the markets, we can see here, obviously US jobs increased more than expected in August. However, wage growth slips while unemployment rate edges higher. And the other problem here going forward is with regard to the European gas crisis. So Wall Street did obviously open a little bit higher early in the week, and we had a good start to the week. Then it went down towards the end of the week, especially Friday. Unemployment rate, we're looking at 3.7%. that it did ease some concerns, but the Fed is now being seen to be overly aggressive in terms of interest rates as it attempts to bring down high inflation. So there are also perceptions that hopefully inflation has peaked, and going forward the next trend for inflation hopefully will be down. So I'm going to start with is a cryptic tweet from George, and if we have a look at the tweet in question here, what he simply said is release the Gardner Wade, then an image of an octopus. So other than that, no further information. So again, there is a lot of guesswork, but let's have a look at some of the responses and potential implications for this. So first of all, we're looking at in terms of one of the prominent tweets from Gardner Wade was the one here we can see, and what Gardner Wade, in one of the prominent tweets that he made earlier, we can see he tweeted, fam, last one, tough week, I bled dollars like you bled dollars, only board level had knowledge of the deal, I got news when PR was published, same as you, Chancellor to Port equals MV comment, timing, apologies, I promised George no more tweets, thank you for your continued support. So is now George basically saying to Gardner Wade, you can now tweet, and hopefully maybe the reason for George allowing Gardner to tweet is because we hopefully may be getting positive news coming. And finally, I'm going to share 2 more responses. First one here is a shout out to Ocean461, and his response here may be something that I think probably a significant majority of investors may be thinking that here, and that is they love the company, especially Metamaterials, and similar, I do certainly agree with that, but everything has and in terms of everything that it will and it has accomplished so far. So you have done a good job, George, what he's saying. Please stop acting like a pokeroo with your tweets. Just provide the news if you have it. Otherwise, stop teasing your investors. No hard feelings, thanks. So I do see the reason why Ocean is saying this. I think many investors do want something a little bit more concrete rather than what's going on here. And Jerry Dowsett has also said here, I'm thinking that the Kraken will be released on Tuesday at the live manufacturing demo for the Bay Area SID members. So again, speculation here in terms of what may be happening. Could it be a presentation with regards to the roll-to-roll capabilities and AR fusion technologies in person and online? So something is coming, something is going to happen, but I do agree with Ocean here, and let's have less cryptic tweets, more concrete information. Certainly, hopefully that's what we will get. And the final shout out is to Gilbert Wasserman, and what he said here is, hi Ali, correct me if I'm wrong, please, people ask George when divvy, I was led to believe that it's not Meta but Torchlight Nextbridge who will give the divvy. If correct, George is out of the picture. As always, I appreciate you, Jill. So let's try and clarify this. So what I have responded in terms of this post at the bottom, you'll see is that the dividend comes from the sale of assets from the previous company known as Tiximal TRCH, Torchlight Energy, and currently known as Nextbridge. Previously, prior to Nextbridge, it was known as Oilco. So George is currently responsible for negotiating any sale of assets. That's his current position. As Nextbridge, it currently is not yet independent. So, but once Nextbridge is independent and private, then George will wash his hands and nobody will be able to ask George anymore when dividends. So at the moment, George has responsibility. That's one of the reasons why people tag him, question him, ask him. In my opinion, I think George is very frustrated by this, and that's one of the reasons why I think he's not really communicated as effectively potentially should have done. But going forward, once the S1 is approved, Nextbridge is fully running as an independent private company, then there should be no more questions to George. And the next thing I'm going to share with you is stock analysis for a new company that is going to be IPOing this week. So let's have a look at this from the company website. The company, also known as Jupiter Neurosciences Incorporated. We can see here from the website, this is a clinical stage drug platform company focused on treating neuroinflammation. So in terms of the IPO, let's have a look at the details of this going forward. So on the Nasdaq IPO calendar, we can see here the ticker symbol is going to be known as JUNS, company Jupiter Neurosciences Incorporated. So this will be trading on the Nasdaq. The expected price is between $5 and $7. We're looking at total number of shares, 2.5 million. Expected IPO date is around about the 7th of September 2022, and the offer amount is $17.5 million. We can also see here that the CEO is Christopher Rosen. We can see that the total offering expense is just in excess of $744,000. Shares outstanding just in excess of 9.4 million. And lockup period, we're looking at 180 days. So any of the insiders who will have shares going forward on the Nasdaq trading in this company will not be able to trade these for 188 days. So that's certainly a good sign in terms of potentially them taking profit from any squeeze, especially if they have inside prior knowledge. So let's have a look at some of the details with regard to one of its registered trademark. This is known as Jotrol, and the headline here, we can see this is something that is going to unleash the true potential of Restreval. So what the company have is they have this registered trademark. So this is a treatment that is going to look at infused blood plasma in the central nervous system, crossing the blood-brain barrier, unlocking the compound potential as a therapeutic for neurodegenerative and neurological diseases without the GI issues. Let's now have a look at the overall pipeline development strategy. So we can see here the company have one phase 1 study enabling 3 rare diseases and MCI starting directly in phase 2. So the results from the phase 1 study will be cross-referenced for all future indications with regard to Jotrol, which is obviously we know is a registered trademark. This will enable the trials to proceed directly to phase 2. So certainly very positive for the company. We can see here on this pipeline development quite a number of projects going on. 2 in phase 2, 2 we have in phase 1. We have 2 also preclinical. So going forward, great potential for the company. And finally, if you would like to get advanced notification of research in stocks such as the one we've just covered, as well as our access to our weekly watches, which includes many other stocks shared exclusive with the Discord members prior to trading on the Monday. And another final reminder, the markets are closed on Monday this week, especially the US market we're talking about specifically. However, the weekly watch list has been shared, so in order to get access to this prior to trading on the Tuesday this week, you can certainly consider joining the Discord for as little as $9 a month. This will give you access to the $1 Million Challenge as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.